Hello, driving intelligence community. Do you have all kinds of gadgets in your vehicle that require lots of wires and they're hanging all over your dash? Well, to me, this is a disaster. I've got the SCT X4 going down to the OBD port. I've got two iPhone cables. I've got the headphones all into the USBs here. It's just too much. I decided to take care of this on my Harley Davidson F150. Eventually, I'll do it on this truck, but stay tuned and I'll show you what I did. To resolve the issue with this cable running across the windshield and then down behind the mirror and across the dash, I bought myself an OBD splitter. It plugs into your old OBD port, but you unscrew it and install a new one. Now this is actually intended for a GPS tracker, so you can hide the GPS tracker under here in case somebody steals your vehicle, but I'm going to use it to monitor my engine performance through my SCT X4. The first thing I got to do is remove this A-pillar trim, which is simply two bolts. Take the handle off, the trim comes off, and then I'm going to run that cable all the way across the headliner, behind the headliner. It's easy to push it in there, down the A-pillar, and then down to the floorboard around the location of the fuse box. Just as a note, this is 8mm. I find it hard to figure out which size this is. I just figured it out for you and myself, but this is so tight it's hard to get a socket up in there sometimes, but this does go up easily. It is an 8mm, two nuts. The A-pillar trim is removed, and I had to remove the sun visor because that holds the headliner, the roof, and this way you can feed the cable behind the headliner. I know looking at this you're going to slap your head. I'm slapping my head. It's a major surgery to do what I'm trying to do. I wanted to get that plug for my SCT X4 right there above my rear view mirror. This way it's hidden up there by the black band. It's hard for you to see from the outside. I can close my sun visors without having to worry about that. I can put my sunscreen up or sunshade up without worrying about it. I had to run it all the way down here through the back of the dash, so that means I had to take the dash apart, a lot of the gauge bezel plastics. I had to take the air conditioning duct out so I could get back in there. Ran it above the gem module and the fuse block all the way back here, and here you can see that it's ready to be plugged in when I put the other portion of this wiring harness in there. So for me, it's going to be worth it because I can't stand all those wires dangling down here, but it is a big project. I guess how many screws did I have to take out to do that? A lot. Now I got to put everything back together. All the panels back in place. This OBD port is the port from the Y cable that I installed, one of which goes to the SCT X4, and then this one is for any other kind of OBD diagnostics. And underneath is the original OBD connection that is connected to the beginning of that Y cable. So it's very clean. It's hard for anybody to tell that there's a Y cable underneath there in case you want to run a GPS tracker for your vehicle. Very nice. Got the dash back together, and actually the hardest part was running that OBD cable under the dash above the gem module and the fuse box, and then getting it back here at the beginning of the A-pillar. Once it got to the A-pillar, it was easy to pull it up the A-pillar, pull it across the headliner, and you can see I've got it operating, working perfectly. And the nice thing is, when I put down the sun visor, I can still see it. It's not in the way. A lot of the mounts down here, a lot of people have mounted them down here. I don't like it there. It just doesn't look right. This looks more integrated, it's more protected. Anyway, that's my solution to this. I hope you liked it. If you did, give me that thumbs up. Please comment, subscribe, share. I'll see you next time on Driving Intelligence.